At 12 o'clock, we numbered 13 NC State, which went 9-3 last year. Huge year for NC State. Traveling to East Carolina, which went 7-5 last year. NC State favored by 12 points on ESPN. And quarterbacking for NC State is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in all of college football right now, and his name's Devin Leary. Devin Leary is not a quarterback that a lot of fans know about. Most fans follow the big ones like Bryce Young, obviously. Spencer Rattler, not really him. Will Levis to an extent. Hendon Hooker to an extent. And Caleb Williams to an extent as well. But Devin Leary was a big unknown heading into last year, and he absolutely proved himself as a quarterback of the future for NC State, but also a quarterback that could possibly lead them to an ACC championship. NC State looks like a really good football team this year. They're ranked number 13 in the country for a reason. And honestly, that three-team side with Clemson, NC State, and Wake Forest has the possibility of being really interesting this year, not even to mention a Boston College team that, when they had Phil Yurkovich healthy, was contending for a spot in that as well. So who knows how good Boston College can be with their starting QB healthy for an entire season. Jordan Houston, their running back, only had 20 carries for 83 yards last year and a touchdown. They lose their top two guys in Zonovan Knight. I forgot the other guy's name, honestly. But they lost their top two, and this is why Jordan Houston's starting for them. Thayer Thompson had 51 carries for 596 yards last year and 8 touchdowns. They're traveling to East Carolina, who Halton Allers, weirdly enough, one of the better quarterbacks in the AAC, at least in my opinion, returning. But that's just simply because, Cincinnati doesn't return Desmond Ridder, UCF does not return. UCF doesn't return Dylan Gabriel. Oh my God, how could I have forgotten his name? But Holton Allers is actually one of the better QBs in the AAC this year. He looks to be really good. He went 256, 414 last year, threw for 3,126 yards, 18 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 61.8% completion. Keaton Mitchell had 174 carries for 1,182 yards last year and 9 tutties. And Isaiah Winstead had 38 catches for 520 yards and a touchdown. Now, I know what you're thinking. Have these two teams ever played before? They've actually played quite a lot. 31 total times. 18 out of those 31 times have gone to NC State. 13 have gone to East Carolina. Last 2 games have gone to NC State. Personally, I think NC State's a team that can vie for playoff contention this year. It might not be possible because of how tough that side of the ACC is, considering Clemson and Wake Forest and even Boston College is going to be a threat once they get when they're healthy. And so I think they might end up picking a few losses there, but I think they're definitely a team to be worried about for contending for an ACC championship. This is a really good football team. The Wolfpack look really good this year. Obviously, I'm a little bit concerned with that running game, losing both their starting running backs, but I think they should be fine under the leadership of Devin Leary. I expect them to win this game and win it by a lot. Give them NC State to win and cover the 12-point spread.